are then often used by governments, other departments, other countries, in all walks of life, be it in education, influencing policy, politics, policing, etc. Should we not have our own research, our own organizations to deal with these things? For example, seminaries, darulooms, the research element that happens in, for example, universities, or the likes of organizations that advise ministers and governments, the think tanks that are there, experts on Islam, etc. What do you feel about these sort of things, and how our seminaries and madrasas can develop, and how we should be bettering ourselves in terms of these institutes and organizations in terms of research?
To find out, what the motivations are behind research, you've got to kind of follow the money. And so when you follow the money, let's just say in the university setting, and you follow the money, you find out that that money has come from, say, the prevent strategy, or that money's come from, some kind of government organization which is trying to sort of police or look at ways of, manipulating thought or things of that nature, then obviously you've got to be somewhat slightly cynical that what's the purpose of that research. I don't know whether, I can be an academic and cynic, but, I'm going to try my best to be both here. As I mentioned probably right at the beginning, a lot of education now is politicized. So whether it's education within the primary, secondary setting, or whether the education is at college or even at university level, so even research now is politicized. And so one has to always think, what is this research for? What purpose will it serve? I'm hoping, I remember when I completed my studies at university, and it was supposed to go forward as a PhD, but there was an ikhtilaf, as we can call it, disagreement on a particular issue. But when that was all over, and I spoke to the two individuals in the Viva, one of the individuals said that you're like a stone in a torrent. So I said, I'll take that as a compliment. He said, oh no, take it as a compliment. I said, what do you mean by that? He says, you're a stone in a torrent, in that most of the research within Western universities is about Islam being seen as problematic, outdated, and requires a reboot or a refresh. What you're suggesting with your research is that that's not required. So you're, refreshingly, it's nice and refreshing to hear what you've got to say. So he didn't knock what I had to say. Well, he did a little bit in the Viva, but he didn't knock what I had to say and what I was doing. But his little statement and his analogy of being a torrent, being a stone in a torrent, clearly suggests that it's going one way. Research is pushing in one direction, and we're looking at kind of modernizing Islam. Now, I agree. This type of research should be going on within Islamic institutes, and we have the capacity and the capability to be able to do that. We just need to take the impetus and do that. It's for one of those reasons that one of the organizations in this, which I've mentioned to you before, which is the Institute for the Revival of Traditional Islamic Sciences, that's what its goal is. Its goal is to try to dip back into our legacy, which our legacy was of research, and try to rejuvenate amongst our graduates of these seminaries and institutes, and say, you know what, we can research, we don't need thousands and thousands of pounds of funding, we can work out between ourselves a little bit of dedicated time, and inshallah, we'll see where it takes.
So in essence, you are